So it's now April the 12th. I'm at home. Coronavirus is running rampant throughout the world. We're all self-isolating, mainly because the weather's crap outside. Yesterday was 37 degrees, today's 27. Tank's still in the garage, which is annoying, but they're coming on the 15th to do the bench worktops, and then 2 days later they're going to come and finish the floor, and then hopefully I'll get the tank in. But the only trouble is they've changed my roster at work because of the coronavirus, so now I'm on 4 and 2, which means I won't be back now till the 14th of May. So my wife will be looking after the tank. She's pretty good at it. She keeps an eye on it, she feeds the fish, and then she just rings me up at work if she sees any problems. She tops the auto water top off, tops the RO water up. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the tank and I'll give you an update on what's been going on. Good things, bad things, and yeah, so let's start by looking at the tank. So what time are we now? It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Fish are absolutely loving it. I've got the blue tang, he's doing fine. I've got the raw grammer in the back there, 2 clowns, they're fine. And now we come on to the chromis. So I did have 5 and we had a disaster. I woke up one morning, come down to feed him, and there's one laying on the floor, which is so he's jumped out, obviously dead. So that peed me off because I didn't have a cover on the tank. But I thought, maybe it's a one-off, so I left it. Then yeah, you know what happens. Again, another one jumped out, landed on the floor. So with that, I had to nip down to Ocean Reef Marine and got me the last net cover. So it took me a couple of hours to assemble it, but I've got a cover on the top now, and $130 short because that's how much it costs for the cover. But it does a good job. I haven't had any fish jump out, obviously, and the lighting's still getting through, so they're pretty good. There's a couple of dips and bumps, but it looks alright, I think. Does the job, and it's pretty discreet. Don't look too bad. So there's that done. Let's go through some of the corals. There's the zoas, they've done really well. They always do well, they do. And we've got an acan down there and an elegance, he's doing alright. Then we got a hammer. I bought 4 more snails and they've done a brilliant job cleaning all the algae off the rocks. There was loads of algae, I should have filmed it, but it's all gone. Well, majority of it's gone. I've got coralline coming through. That Duncan in the corner, he's doing really well, fully extended. I'm going to be feeding them shortly. There's Sunday, I feed them once a week, like literally direct. There's a mushroom that's growing really well. I bought that one, that hammer from Liquid Oasis, and that is, colours on it are amazing. I'm going to get a couple more of them and have a dedicated hammer area of the tank. And as we move down here, I bought that off one of the other blokes, Paul Ellenbrook, who's got his own reef tank. He sold me that frag bubblegum chalice. I've got I think they're called a flower pot. Oh, I can't remember what they're called, but he's doing all right. Another hammer at the back. An acan, that in 2-3 weeks that's doubled in size. And as you can see behind him, there's another addition to the tank, 6-line wrasse. I bought 3 Banggai cardinals from Ocean Reef Marine, and long story short, all 3 of them died within about 3 days. One didn't even make it home, and they just wouldn't feed. Tried everything to feed them, didn't want to know. And I reckon they just must have starved. Gutted I was, but you live and learn, I suppose. I don't know whether they were wild cardinals or whether they were aquacultured ones. Apparently the aquacultured ones do better. So I'll bear that in mind if I do get any more. There's my trackie down there, he's doing alright. Blue tang's mucking about. yeah, so that's the top. So I'll show you what I've been going on underneath. So the skimmer's working a treat. It's well and truly settled in and running now, and it's skimming a lot of crap out of the tank. You can see all that crap there. Hold on, there's something else I've added. So I went onto Amazon, I looked on YouTube, and there was a lot about light in the inside. I looked on YouTube and I got recommended this. So there's a strip of LED lights around the top, and boom, we have lighting. There's a control panel there. I can change the colours of the lights: red, green, blue, all different shades. It's a bit of a, it depends if you want to show it off in pictures and whatever. I normally just use the white. So yeah, so that's all lit up. Everything's going all right in the sump. Doing really well. A bit of condensation, but nothing. I suppose all tanks get that. It's been really hot the last couple of days, like 37 degrees, and this tank has been suffering for it. The temperature went up to 82, I think, one day, and I was really panicking. So I was putting ice blocks inside the sump and bottles of water that I froze, and it dropped it down a couple of degrees. But we're sitting at 80 degrees now, which is a bit too high, but it's not moving any higher. There's my auto top off. That gets filled up with RO water whenever it empties. You normally have to fill it up every 3 days. And around the back, my new addition is a doser. This is the K-mower 4-stage doser, and I'm dosing. If you look down the bottom, now I looked on the internet and I looked in shops for dosing containers, and they're all cost a fortune. And the lad in Aquarium Gallery said to me, "Have you tried those Verso bottles?" I was like, "Oh, Vaso." I was like, "No." He goes, "Go and have a look in the servos. They sell them. They're just water from Norway or Sweden, and they're $5 a bottle for 800 ml, and they're glass." So he said, "Get some of them." So lo and behold, Woolies had them. So I bought 3 of them. 500 ml, drank the water, put a sticker on them, drilled a hole in the lid and a little vent hole to stop it vacuuming, and there you are. I've got 3 dosing containers. So I'm dosing alkalinity, calcium and magnesium. I'm not dosing magnesium yet. At the minute I've actually got phosphate remover in there, but my phosphates are actually 0 now, and apparently you're supposed to have a bit of phosphate, so I've turned it off. And all this is controlled on an app on my phone, so I ain't got to muck about with that. It all goes through an app. And I'm dosing 40 ml of KH alkalinity and 20 ml of calcium, and it's keeping the alkalinity at 8.2 and the calcium's at 440, 450, somewhere around there. So that's another job off my hands, so I ain't got to worry about that. All my cables are still a mess in there, I don't know what to do with them. So yeah, that's underneath. I also bought one of these. I bought one of them from, I think I got it from Aquarium Gallery. Bloody expensive, but so much easier cleaning all the algae without getting your hands in the tank. You can go all around the edges, all around the back, and you get a replacement blaze for it. So just an extra thing I don't have to buy, and I used in conjunction with, where is it? These are the best recommended Flipper Max, which are magnetic cleaner, and it's got a blade as well on the top, and it flips around. I haven't been using the blade because I've got the long one, but it's real strong magnet and it's brilliant for getting all the algae off inside. And then I just leave that up there, and then tomorrow I'll go and clean around and I'll leave it around the other side, because the clownfish have got a habit of hosting it. I've got mental clownfish. See that? For some reason they love it. Anyway, that's a couple of other things I bought. I'll be replacing those Fluval power heads with a Jabo wave maker. They're not the dearest, these Jabo wave makers, they're not the dearest, but from what I've read on reviews, they're pretty good and they do the job, and they're like half the price of more expensive ones. So yeah, I've got no Aptasia. I did have a couple of Aptasia, but I treated them with Aptasia X and they've gone. And I can't see any more. I've got a little bit of algae, not a huge amount, but apart from that, it's looking wicked. And at long last, your light's turned up. And I've got them all set up. So there they are. AI Hydras 32 HDs, got 2 of them. They all run off an app. And they're all set up on wires, ready for when the tank goes under. So I'm in the laundry now, and this is where I've been doing all my testing. It's right next door, so it's easy just to go from one room to another. Sorry about the noise of the washing machine. But here's the stuff. That's what I'm dosing. Aquaforest calcium. I'm going to manually dose magnesium, and there's the alkalinity. I got all that from the aquarium gallery. Mate give me a good deal on that. I was dosing this manually, but now I'm using the Aquaforest stuff. I'm just going to use that if I need to adjust the parameters if they're out of whack. I bought myself this as well. Foundation Red Sea Ka calcium, KH and magnesium test kit. Brilliant kit. So I'll test them regular, find out where I'm at. That's me water checker, TDS meter. That's brilliant. That saved me the other day. Something went wrong with the RO system and it was reading about 400 parts per million. I think it's because this black pipe here, this black tube, I'd actually wedged it in here, and I reckon it bunged it up. It was just pushing the water out, so I was just feeding tank. Well, luckily enough I checked it and managed to see it before it done any damage. But so that's there. And then underneath, this is where I keep all my stuff, all my testing kits, all my chemicals, bits and bobs, foods. Yeah, they all go in there. That'll all be packed away when I go back to work. And under there is my RO unit. PSI filters RO unit, and again got recommended it, and it's brilliant. So I've just fixed it under there, and it's connected up to the back of the washing machine pipeline. So all the missus does is just takes it out, puts it into the container, sets her stopwatch, takes about an hour and a half to fill up, and bang, fills it up, job done. So that's that. Next time I'll do an update, the tank will be back, all this flooring will be done, and then we can start getting the tank really going. New corals, fish, it's going to look good. See you then.